Hello, hello. This is Jen. I'm here with an energy update. So, welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. So, how tired are you? I'm assuming a lot of people are feeling tired. These eclipses, amongst the full moon and all of the shifts that are going on, it can be very tiresome. Collectively, a lot of people are feeling a change in the pace, slowing down, even physically, feeling the body slowing down. Physically, a lot of people are having the need to do less and to just chill, chill out. Lots of things are going on. As usual, we're heading towards the next eclipse on June 21st, 22nd, around that date. I can't remember. I can never remember the dates. And this update is about the upcoming eclipse and what we've been going through in the past week or so. Lots of activity in the heart chakra, lots of expansion there. Lots of releasing of resistance to the divine plan. Even though this journey is not always easy and can be very difficult at times, never forget that there's a divine plan behind everything. There's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why we're feeling all these ascension symptoms. There's a feeling why suddenly we are so sensitive to energies. It's because it's that time. As Dolores Cannon was calling it, saying it in her videos, in her books, especially in the three waves of volunteers, the split of the earth, new earth, old earth, and that's why we're here. That's why we carry the light within us and we act as a lighthouse for other people. So it's really important to just keep doing the work on ourselves in order to move forward harmoniously onto our path. And this summer, June, July, August, September, is a huge trimester for twin flames. For either meeting your twin flames, recognizing who is your true twin flames, union amongst twin flames. You may be feeling a lot of activity when it comes to that. If you're in a twin flame connection, you may be picking up on what's going on the other end of this connection. And there's a lot, so many things that it's impossible to identify them all because those journeys are so particular and different from one another. One thing, though, is that the divine masculine is going through one rough time. A lot of them are angry, they're mad, they're lost in their fears, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with them. Even for those that are awakened already, they are like, why am I dealing with this? Why am I here? Why is this showing up? Why am I feeling this? And again, it's their soul calling them on their path. And lots of them, because they've been so resistant, they've reached a point or a level where they were totally closed off and disconnected from everything else and just solely focusing on themselves, but not necessarily in the right way. They were trying to protect themselves instead of trying to be in service. And it's that time now. So they are feeling a lot of grief of what life used to be. It's bringing major changes for them, and they're tired. They're exhausted. They are, pulling on that energetic charge, and they're still unsure of what to do with it. For some, for others, they know exactly what they need to do, and they are doing it. but they're working hard, very, very hard to get out of the cocoon of illusions. They're really in the cocoon to become a butterfly. They're really trying to spread their wings, and that can be very confusing, like with mixed emotions and feeling happy one minute and very angry the next minute. And if you're attuned to what's going on energetically in the collective, you might just be picking up on all of that. There are ways that you can slow down feeling what's going on in the collective, but in my opinion, this is the way I view things. Again, not pretending to know the absolute truth here, but I think it's a must that we do feel what's going on in the collective, at least a little, so that we can have a sense of what we're dealing with. And this is all affecting the Schumann resonance, the frequency of the earth. And when that changes, we feel it because we are walking on earth. We are one with the earth. So it could be like a real puzzle to figure out what those energies are on a daily basis. But the more work you do on yourself, the easier this comes. And you're able to recognize, oh, okay, this is going to be that kind of a day. So you're able to adjust yourself to what's going on instead of fighting it, instead of resisting it. And the more you do the work, the more the messages you get, and the clearer they are. The clearer they are. The Divine Masculine is working on understanding that. And while they're doing that for the Divine Feminine, it's really important to just stay in balance and hold your space, hold your ship, and just move forward. You've probably noticed that as soon as you put one foot out of your path, something happens. Or you probably instantly feel uncomfortable. You probably instantly feel that you're going in the wrong direction. Just stay in the middle, stay in your lane, do your things, believe in it, speak your truth, stick to it, share your story, and believe in it. You're here for a reason. You didn't make this up in your mind. You're here for a reason, and you must go forward to achieve your goals, no matter how hard it is. Because I know a lot of Divine Feminine are just exhausted for different reasons, because they feel all of that, but also because they've been working for a long time. And a lot of them are thinking, why am I doing all this work for when I'm not seeing anything in the 3D plane? First of all, that's not totally true. You are seeing changes in the 3D plan. It's probably because you don't recognize those changes or you take them for granted. So take a step back and just evaluate where you are now compared to where you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, or a year ago, and see how much you've grown and you've changed. And you've probably been sharing your truth all this time. So keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And you know what? You know what the outcome is supposed to be. So know the outcome, and you will see the journey. And then just follow the path. It's that simple. But I know it's not. It's not really. It's more difficult than that. It's more complex than that. It's just being a human being is a complex thing. So when we are on a spiritual path, ascending higher and higher, it is a complex process. But on one hand, you most probably are feeling much lighter than you used to be before, but also feeling very dense in specific areas of your body. And that's just showing you what needs to be worked on. And at this point, it's very much related to the masculine energy. And the Divine Masculine, amongst feeling the grief and being lost in fears, some of them see it clearly, some don't see it clearly yet, but they will. They're working on solving karma and healing childhood issues, especially towards their mother, especially towards those programs that they got from their parents and their education, but very much so linked to the mother, the feminine, the first feminine energy they got to know in life. So that's a start to healing a long, long lineage of wounds related to the feminine energy. Therefore, karma, everything related to toxic relationships, toxic females or feminine energies that they have in their lives that perhaps they weren't seeing them as being toxic before. Now they do. Now they can recognize this person is not very healthy for me. Her energy or his energy is not very healthy for me because they were able to clear so much before. There's also in the collective a deep sadness, deep anger going on. Those energies are just the result of what's going on between this virus, this spiritual ascension, this split of the earth, people grieving the way life used to be, grieving the way they were before. Some of them have been able to accept that they never will be the same as before, and some are working on that, trying to swallow the pill. Over the weekend, there were a lot of downloads showing up in the energies following the eclipse, and it looked like a red pill, blue pill kind of situation. Are you going to choose your highest path, your highest potential, or are you going to settle for what you know and settle to what you have right now? Of course, it's possible to do both at the same time, meaning accepting that this is where you are now, but that you're destined for higher achievings. It's also possible to see it as, okay, this is where I'm at right now, but I'm working towards this goal, towards manifesting this desire, and I just let go. I just release the resistance so that this stuff can come to me on its own, according to the divine plan and according to the divine schedule and the way it's supposed to be. We're not here to suffer. We're not here to be something or someone that we are not. That creates a lot of frustration. And the divine masculine is realizing that. Through this anger and this madness that they're going through, they realize, you know what, there's a part of me that I've never really expressed before. There's a part of me that I've always kept to myself before. And now I feel like I want to integrate it in my everyday life. Now I feel like, I want to put it like front stage because I like this part of myself, because it's an important part of myself. And I need it to shine. I need it to integrate it in my daily activities and, all that I do all day long so that I can be a better person. It is a very good sign that they are seeing all of this, realizing all of this, and working on it. As always, everyone has their own pace and rhythm, and it's useless to try to push or force or pull on things. It's not gonna make things go faster. There's a plan. There's a divine plan. And if you connect to your soul, to your inner world enough, with a really high quality connection, you know and you see the bigger picture. You know what's the plan behind. You just don't know how it's going to happen. And that's the beauty and the magic of things. Not knowing how. Because if we did, we would change the course of many things in our lives. We would either try to avoid it, try to make it manifest faster, and because of the decisions and choices that we make, we would probably fuck things up because of our friend ego, who would probably try to, make us afraid or make us think, no, I don't want that, even though if it is for our highest good. So yeah, We're here for a reason, and if we consciously choose not to follow that path, I mean, it's a path of hardship that we choose. If we do choose to follow the path and to listen to the instructions, the clues, the synchronicities, and follow those instructions, it's a life of abundance. Even though it may not seem like it on the surface when you begin on that path. At times, it may look like you haven't done much, but when you take the time to really analyze and look where you started from and where you are now, you will realize how much you have done. And it's going to feel like it almost happened by magic. You're going to be like, that it's crazy how this happened. It's crazy how I met this person and now we're best buds. This is the beauty of life and the divine plan. So do not resist, just release it. I mean, especially during those eclipses, those events are here to bring new energies and to just support us and help us. We are often our own worst enemy because we have an ego and we have a brain trying to protect us, and that's fine. We need it. But when it comes to our spiritual path and our highest destiny, we need to surrender to this magic, to this flow that the universe is providing to us on a daily basis. We just need to listen, slow down and listen. It's impossible to do so when we're busy all the time, or when we're stressed out, or when we're disconnected from our own light, our own self. Sure, on some days you may feel like you're clouded and that you're not receiving the messages like clearly. Don't worry about that. Don't sweat over that stuff. It's going to come back to you. If you're meant to hear or to receive a message, rest assured that you will get it. Either through a dream, through a synchronicity, you will get it. It just gets easier if you do this kind of work consciously, and that you take some time during your day to just connect to your soul, connect to yourself, scan your body, scan your energy, and take everything out that is other than love and light, or transform everything that is other than love and light. Everything, every single thing. Transform it right there on the spot so that you don't accumulate this stuff, so that you don't run on the credit card. Make sure that your balance is always cleared out. At the end of each day, that's the best way to do things, and to just get up the next day, have the courage to do all of this again, and be in a loving energy. It's really important to be in this loving energy. This eclipse that is coming is going to be I want to say harsh, but more like drastic, like cutthroat. Like, this is it, dudes. This is it, people. The changes and the shift in energy that is going to bring this eclipse is going to be like fast, drastic, like boom, you're in a new reality. Boom, you're in a new way of consciousness, of living, of being. And it can be very surprising. It can be traumatizing for some people if you're not used to that. So we are getting prepared for that. We are getting prepared to receive those energies. That explains why a lot of people are tired. The body knows, because the body is intelligent. The body knows, and it's giving you signals that you need to just chill out, rest, sleep more, or eat better, or drink more water. Stay attuned and stay balanced and aligned with your higher self and your soul, so that you can receive those energies and know exactly what to do with them. For a lot of people, it's going to manifest by finally. This is what I've been waiting for a very long time, to be liberated from this thing that I was carrying in my body or in my energetic body or emotional body. We're going to get liberated from a ton loads of things. So if it's a lot, like heavy traumas, well, that's hard to deal with. If you've done a lot of clearing and healing, it should be easier on you. It doesn't mean that it cannot be traumatizing, but you'll know what to do. You'll know how to navigate and manage those energies and integrate them physically in your world, to embody them so that you can shine bright and reflect them back to the world, so that you can influence the world with your good energy. Sure, there is a lot of stress still in the collective because of this virus and because of all the things happening in the world. Like I mentioned in my last video, the tipping point is coming. We are getting there, slowly but surely. We are getting there, and this eclipse is going to contribute to getting to that tipping point. Some people will reach that tipping point with the eclipse, and others will come later. It all depends where we're at on our own personal individual journey. But nonetheless, twin flames, so many things are happening and the energies for them that it can be hard to keep up with everything. So when you feel like you're overwhelmed because like you feel this energy passing through you like a train ran over you, chill out and use the law of attraction. Use your spiritual tools to just release. Stay centered, connect to your heart, and follow what your heart is telling you to do, because it knows where you need to go. It knows what you need to do, even though it doesn't make sense mentally. There should never be a battle between the mental and the heart. The heart should always, always supersede everything else. Because your heart will never put you in a dangerous situation or in something that shouldn't happen for you. Only your mind can do that. So anyhow, again, talking about that, the divine masculine is attuning, getting attuned to that even more. Even if they've been working on that for quite some time, they are getting guidance on the power of their hearts. And as you can see, lots of action in the throat chakra as well. Like a very, very big opening is going to show up with this eclipse. And it is related to our dear divine masculine, that they will start speaking the truth even more. And mind you, it can be a very difficult thing for some of them because they're not used to being vulnerable. They're not used to expressing their feelings or taking their place in the world. A lot of them have been stepped on by the karmics, and they've been stepped on by the parents, or they completely shut down some part of themselves. And now with this eclipse, they're going to be blabbing away, chatting away. Like they're going to open up their throat, speaking their truth and expressing themselves in all their beauty and in all their divine essence, which is great, because that's going to bring a lot of balance in the twin flame connection for a lot of people, for a lot of divine feminine that have been working a lot on or during that path, during that ascension process. So I wouldn't be surprised to hear about a lot of people communicating with their twin flames or hearing about their twin flames after a huge separation phase or silence and stuff like that. I mean, we're going to see more and more of that. We're going to see more and more people talking about twin flames, or talking about not necessarily the label twin flame, but the energetics behind, and just, talking about spirituality as a whole. It is becoming more mainstream, like I've mentioned many times before. So until the next eclipse shows up, chill out. Chill out and just enjoy your life, enjoy yourself. Bring joy into everything that you do, and things will be fine, just fine. Even though you may have some stressful questions that need answering, you will get those answers after the eclipse. So just keep them, in mind without stressing too much over them. Not trying to find the answer right now, but just accepting and surrendering to what is in the present moment. Stay in the present moment, and you'll get your answer after the eclipse. It's as simple as that, even though it could be very uncomfortable. Learn to be comfortable in being uncomfortable. Learn to be comfortable outside your comfort zone, and life, will be a lot easier for you if you learn to do that. And the divine masculine is trying to learn that. As they are grieving what life used to be for them, they are realizing that the comfort that they have built for themselves will never be the same, will never be there again, and that they need to learn to just, be operating at a different level, that it doesn't mean anything to have a comfort zone, really. It doesn't. It just means that you're trying to protect yourself from something, when in fact, we shouldn't feel the need to protect ourselves unless we are dealing with very, very negative energy. But even then, boundaries, walking away, which is a form of protection, but it's not like hiding. It's consciously walking away from a difficult situation or bad energy, which is fine, which we will see after the eclipse. Whoops, I dropped the mic, sorry. We will see after the eclipse, we will see a lot of people setting boundaries in their friendships, in the people that they see on a daily basis, either by changing their own behaviors so that they can reflect, look, this is my boundary and you are not to step on it. And they are going to also verbalize it. And for a lot actually, changing friendships, attracting new people, new soul family into their life, and breaking off friendships that no longer serves them. So lots of things to look forward to with this eclipse. Trying to see here if there's something else that needs to be said, and I don't think there is. Just wait and see for this eclipse. It's going to be a good one. So you can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, Indigo Girls Readings on Facebook. You can also reach me by email at indigogirl555@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support, your comments. I love it. I know I'm behind with answering comments. I plan to do this. I plan to answer each and every one of them. And until the next time, be well.